Good evening. We have a Group A matchup tonight between Daffy Duck and King David. Group A has been absolutely killing it, getting their matches in super fast, for which I am appreciative. And these two come in with actually pretty similar records. Daffy's 2-2, having lost to Murder and Math already, and having beaten some of the other guys down on the other end of the bracket. King David comes in with a 1-1 record, having played against Murder and against Snowrise, looking to pick up another win here against Daffy, but Daffy is also trying to find that third place spot to get himself out of Group A. So this could be an important one, depending on how they do later on in this bracket, in this group stage. So this could be a determining match for who advances from this group. King David taking on Daffy. Bands are Lane and Sign, and we'll begin here on Palace. Let's get this underway. Looks like David spawning behind the tree. Favored spawn back there. Looks like we're going to be seeing that heavy status deck from him again at +2 speed already. Daffy also not with an amazing aura start. David picks up his third one there. Looks like he's holding on to 2 acquisitions. Uses one. Going to use the other here in a moment, I'm assuming. There it goes. And Return to Nature, going to catch some of that, but if we remember correctly, he still has 2 more speed ups and another acquisition in there, which will still be impactful. Having that +2, +4 speed can be super helpful in a 1v1. Daffy uses that Return to Nature and then immediately throws on 2 heats of his own. We see the Nature Aura. Trying to remember what the other school was in this. I only remember seeing Psycho. There goes the Accelerate. I think that's Optic, so he may have a little bit of Optic in here. Help get his things moving a little bit more quickly, as we do remember it was a Bravery deck. Ooh, 8 damage Fire Gehenna. David does not block it, either unable or unwilling. And a 5 damage Lightning Sword comes in and hits like a truck. And the last Fire Gehenna will put him to rest. King David losing those stats early, unable to get his arsenal set up quickly enough and respond to the rushing Daffy. Goes down in round 1. That will take us to Highway. Now, it'll be interesting to see if we see the same arsenal out of David here again. Last time, he used a very heavy damage buff arsenal here, which took quite a bit of time to set up. And we'll see if Daffy continues to play the rushing style. See a 6 aura start and a shield for Daffy, so he's not going to be able to move in just yet. And we do see 1 heat already used out David while holding 2 yellows. Keep an eye up here, see how things shake out. Daffy picks up another shield and an attack at a very healthy 7 aura. David holding on to another green there. Looks like it must be a Stimulate if he's not able to use it yet, because I am assuming he's running the same deck. Daffy uses a Level Amp. This is going to be dangerous now that he's in vibration range. The Level Amp indicates that's what he's going for. And King David has a very open spawn. He's not going to be able to dig the way he'd like to in order to set up that Scream of Evil arsenal. And soon he's going to be under laser fire. There it goes as I say it. And say goodbye to accessing your arsenal for basically the rest of the game unless you can erase that. Dodging lasers left and right, but a few connect. Gonna slowly be whittled down. The Glacial Wall is a lifesaver at this point. Looks like he had to overwrite one of those stimulates. There we go. 6 aura gets him close to the 7, which seems to be the cutoff. What he's looking for is that 7 aura. Possibly another stimulate on deck. Has that green in hand. I'm going to assume that's exactly what it was, another stimulate. We'll watch him use it now. There it goes. Plus 3 damage now. Keeping away from the blaster. Picks up a little bit more aura. Daffy not putting down the same level of offense that he usually does. I think that may have been erased there. But it definitely broke whatever shield Daffy had. There goes another heat. David is now shieldless. Looks like he's got another heat or another stimulate in hand. Let's see, did Daffy retreat then? So my buttons don't work. There we go. Yeah, Daffy's retreated back to base with that blaster. He's giving David the time he needs to set up, even though he had to override a stimulate. Blaster still not connecting. He's at plus 7 now. That Scream of Evil, if he's still got it, is going to snap everything not named Psychic Wall. Might be holding on to that Rebirth now. It's a shame we don't see any of these Agonies of Death come out of here. Uses Vicious Balance. Not really effective. Oh, and he eats the Photon Burst after the Laser Blade. Got a little too eager to use that Lingering Flame, unfortunately. After all that setup, we didn't get to see the bang. Got ourselves some pent-up frustration from that one. Unable to see it after all that build-up. That'll take us to Panorama now. See if Daffy closes it out, or if King David decides to go with that crazy Ricochet Bomb, Impact Burst, and the Doze Arsenal here. Daffy probably going to run that same Tiger Strength Ricochet. He's been relying on that pretty heavily, and it's been very reliable. Using the word reliable twice. Looks like they are both out here. I'm going to work my way out there so that I can see whenever I fall, too. King David with a very bad aura start at 1 aura. And Daffy now at 7 already. Very fast start. David at the plus 4 speed, though. Daffy with 3 shields. Not sure exactly what level of offense he currently has. 1 attack in hand. He can use Ricochet if he has it. And David's looking to just keep his distance with that plus 4 speed. Daffy seems content to watch. Goes up to plus 6 speed now. David possibly holding a Relearn in hand. Maybe an Impact Burst. Uses a Level Amp. Impact Burst is going to break that Erase Shell. Relearns the burst. Daffy manages to just barely dodge that one as it nearly singes his heels. Another Relearn. That one does connect, catching him in the middle of a Tiger Strength. Daffy looking to use, I guess, Charge Particle is what he has right now. Another Impact Burst comes out, but that one is not shot quite properly. Staying far away from the Charge Particle. Throws another Impact Burst. Misses. Charge Particle not going to be anywhere near David. Main thing David needs to do is get those recalls going, and he's going to want to pick up that Opti for 2 and stay away from the Ricochet. The more he keeps moving, he just can't stand still or in the same relative area. He's got to run in long lines, I think. Not able to catch that. Ought to go pick up the Opti, I think. And that plus speed's not going to do any good if you let him stay near you. David's still running through his arsenal. +8 speed now. Uses an L-bomb. Absorb energy, catches that. Needs to pick up the Opti. Really needs to get it there. Finally picks up the Opti after taking an enormous amount of damage that was unnecessary given the situation. Use another level amp, it looks like. Holding on to an impact burst. Nope, still the L-bomb. Does not connect with that one. Give myself a headache watching him run around. Another level amp, unfortunately. Drawing all aura in his recalls. Oh, looking to a ray shell on the ricochet laser. Does catch it. Gets a recall. Doesn't connect with the doze. Using some more L-bomb. Little effect. Charge particle is going to connect despite the +8 speed. David needs to find something else other than this L-bomb, as it has been wholly ineffective up to this point. Daffy still relying on this charge particle. Probably just drop. Oh, finally catches him with one of the dozes, which will be a pain for Daffy. However, at this point not as impactful because David is so low. One charge particle is still going to kill him even without the Tiger Strength on. Daffy with only so many of those that he can spare. And that is a ray shield. Whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing for Daffy will remain to be seen as he runs back looking for some more skills here. David's up to the +9 now, down to 2 skills. Doesn't look like either one's a recall. We may have ourselves a draw on hand if neither one of them can find any meaningful offense. Manages to at least break the absorb energy there. But he is unable to break the iron skin. Daffy now has another ricochet. Oh, David just narrowly misses catching that, and also narrowly misses dying afterwards. You do not want to stay that close. You want to let one of the lasers come from afar and block it. Oh, 1 damage from the laser blade. If he's careful, he can erase both that and the ricochet laser and possibly force a draw. Okay, he got the ricochet. All he has to do now is time the laser blade. That or stay away from it, which is pretty easy. This is in David's hand to force a draw, I do believe. Unless Daffy has something else up his sleeve that he can break that. Uses the Tiger Strength so that if he does hit with that laser blade, it'll break the shield. David needs to be careful. He's playing with fire here. Daffy knows he just has to hit it once. Oh, that'll be it. He manages to get the fake out using the iron skin next to him. And despite a good effort on his part, King David goes down to Daffy in a 3-0, but it was definitely a fun series to watch. Wish we could have seen some of that big damage come out on Highway, but he puts up quite the fight on Panorama. Daffy, however, proves victorious with some very good technical play towards the end.